Okay. Everybody's phone's on mute. Anybody got no questions, right?
That's wild.
That's wild. All right, I want to fix your head then.
Upside down.
Yeah, really should be inside out.
Oh, it's what, inside out. I need my other head, man.
Right.
It should be in there soon.
No sweat. We already laughed. That. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shemir Ashar Rakatham, to all my brothers, Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Latham Shemir Ashar to all my sisters, all right? This is I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis with the Brotherhood class today. And today we are going to touch on a topic that, not a high holiday, but a holiday that just passed, Sunday? I believe it was Father's Day. And the reason why we get into Father's Day and incorporating, this topic to brotherhood is because there's a lot of, BS going on in the world as far as, deadbeat fathers, men that don't take care of their children, this whole perception that, everybody is loved on this day, that the mother, is the father, she's both parents. And today we're going to touch on all that, all right? We're going to touch on all the Christianity when it comes to, things like this. Father's Day and Mother's Day are, holidays that are really destructive and really celebrated in the Black Hispanic community. It's very favored and liked and hated at the same time. And I'm going to just show you the hypocrisy of both, all right, within this topic. Because Mother's Day, we talked about this day as well, right? A little bit of it, a little tad bit. We're going to get into all of that. And then really, we are going to get into the true meaning of what it means to always love your father and always love your mother. You see what I'm saying? What that really means versus the white man's perception, all right? So do anybody want to add on to this topic as far as like any views, perceptions, anything, comments, opinions? Just raise your hand. Go ahead.
It was like what you were saying when you started though. Like Mother's Day, everybody glorify Mother's Day, but then when Father's Day come around, the woman tell you shit. Mama ain't your dad. You know what I mean? So there really ain't no love from the father on that day anyway.
Right.
Because it's false. It's a false look of perception they try to throw out on us when they really hate the black man. They hate the man, period, in this day and time. So it's just false. It's just an illusion.
That's right. And I'll give you an example. When you get into the scriptures, everybody knows about the Immaculate Conception. Think about all the way back in the time where Immaculate Conception was born, as far as the doctrine, that Christ never had a father. See what I'm saying? He became who he is on this earth by being, his father pretty much was a goddamn angel or a spirit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Which is, it's very carnal. There's nothing real or true about that, about that doctrine. It causes, confusion in a lot of people's minds. It ain't no different than believing in the fairy, what's it called? Tooth fairy.
Right.
Santa Claus, whoever else is, fake.
Right.
And all illusion. See what I'm saying? To the point where people believe that Jesus is his wife.
Right.
So-called Jesus, the white man. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to give you examples of who were the real fathers, according to the Bible. What it means to be a father and how important it is for Black and Hispanics. That's the main focus of the class. If anybody has any questions or concerns, ask your questions in the comment section. Facebook, YouTube. All right. And we'll get to them. Let me see slide here. And the brother that just Shalom from the brother in Texas. I'm gonna touch on a little bit of that as well. You see what I'm saying? May the Lord be with you on that journey as well. All right. Now let's get to it. So what I want first is Ephesians 6:2. That's the first one that we want to get into. Ephesians is one hell of a book. Ephesians is from, Paul, Apostle Paul, who was the head of the 7 candlesticks. It's like the 7 churches, which are the schools. In Revelations, you might see that, phrase, the 7 candlesticks. The menorah that represents the schools. You see what I'm saying? That was strong and mighty. And this one man was over all these schools. He was in charge. He had that authority from Yahushua to carry on this work, carry on the burden to teach Black and Hispanics. And he went through hell, trials and tribulations. See what I'm saying? So anybody there yet?
6 and 2.
6 and 2. Ephesians 6 and 2.
Come. Book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Honor thy father and mother.
Honor thy father and thy mother. Keep going.
Which is the first commandment.
Which is the what?
First commandment.
Which is the first commandment. There are many commandments. You might hear that this is the second. This is the next one. This is the next one. This is that one. This is this one. But this one says, when it says honor thy mother, what's it? Honor thy what?
Honor thy father and mother.
Honor thy father and mother. Keep going.
Which is the first commandment.
Which is the first commandment. Now, first things first. Let's break it all the way down. What does the word honor mean? Go ahead.
Like to give respect and the glory.
You said respect and glory, okay? Now, when it says honor thy father and mother, what is it really saying? How do you honor thy father and thy mother? Once you give me the answer, there's a second part of question to that. Go ahead.
When you honor the mother and father, basically keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
Okay, now how do you know that? That's the question.
Okay.
I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm saying that you're right. But based on what you told me, how do you know that? What makes you say keep the law, statutes, and commandments? Go ahead.
Because, in order to show honor to your father and your mother, you're going to do what they tell you to do.
And what exactly would they tell you to do?
Is that say again?
What would your father and mother tell you to do?
They're supposed to tell us to obey God.
There you go. That's your answer. You see what I'm saying? And how you know really goes back to the forefathers. Anybody talking about no George Washington and whoever else is on that damn monument? Is that what it is? A mountain or a monument?
It's a mountain. It's on the side of the mountain.
It's the side of the mountain. You see what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the forefathers of America. I'm talking about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The ones that put in work and had favor, from the Most High. Are the ones that the Most High dealt with. You see what I'm saying? According to Israel. You know what I mean? Abraham was, he was a friend of the Most High. Imagine that. You see what I'm saying? He was rocking and rolling with the Most High. That is amazing. You got the Lord coming to you through an angel, telling you, giving you orders, giving you instruction, making you wise. That's beautiful, man. And Abraham was blessed. Isaac, don't get me started. Jacob, shit. If it wasn't for, Pops, nobody would be here.
Right.
If it wasn't for, our mothers jumping on board, riding with, Jacob, nobody would be here. You would be irrelevant.
Right.
See what I'm saying? You would be as irrelevant as these other nations are. And thank the Most High that, we are here.
Right.
And we were supposed to die a whole long time ago. But the main father, who is Yahweh, he saw something, he wanted us around. He didn't want to kill us all, although we deserve it. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people talk about deadbeats. You see what I'm saying? It's really these children. Like I always say, a lot of people don't hear this term, but there are such things as deadbeat children. You see what I'm saying? We got deadbeat mothers. You know what I mean? But we are the children of Israel that became a lawless people and stopped serving our main power, who is our Father, who is Yahweh once again. That's why he chastised us. He puts us on punishment, which is slavery. he afflicts us based on our actions. And we wonder why we're in every hellish condition ever. That's a real father, a father that cares enough for his children that he will discipline them. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure, not every Black and Hispanic got hit with a belt, got smacked around by the father, probably got yelled at. But anytime the Most High decides to stretch forth his hands against you, that's the same thing. He loves you enough that he wants you to get in order, fall in line. Because he's tried the easy way. What did he do? He had the prophets come before you and tell you that what you're doing wrong, this right here is incorrect. You need to fall in line, otherwise this will happen, that's going to happen. And your life is prophesied, but you never listened. Now you ended up in every horrible situation. Now, give me some situations where brothers specifically might end up when they when they are disobedient.
You might end up in prison.
You might end up in prison, another place. Something else. Go ahead.
You end up dead.
You end up dead. That's where it really leads to death. See what I'm saying? And it's always that grieving parent that's crying not only in sorrow but in frustration because they realize that their child never listened to what they said. And the parent knows why they're dead. Behind those drugs, behind these women, behind just doing, the most stupidest thing you can think of. And all they could think of is if I would have just told them this, if I would have stressed this. Now that father can do what he could. Now let's say that if the father is not around, then what? What happens if the father is not in the picture of a man or a woman's life? Now I'm talking about the children at this point. Aaron.
You're going to be led astray. That's why we learn these false doctrines. You just listen to other people.
Okay, that's one part. That's one part. I'll take that. Go ahead.
Yeah, like the building with the brother saying, things gonna be out of order.
Right.
You're gonna have your son's gonna be growing up effeminate, listening to their mother.
There you go.
Like it's just gonna be like you say, chaotic. The son ain't gonna know how to be a man. The daughter's gonna end up growing up being whores.
Right.
Just gonna be everything gonna be out of order.
And why I brought that up specifically is because if the father is not in the household, someone will say, this is why he acts like this.
Yeah.
But that can be the case in many cases. But whatever happened to when the father was there and the child decided not to listen to the father or the mother? Because the mother's going to have some wisdom if the father is there, because she has a head. So in that case, the child learns from the father and the mother.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got a select few women who has some sense of wisdom. You see what I'm saying? To raise up their son or their daughter, but they can't do it all on their own. There's a piece that's missing, and that's that father. See what I'm saying? Once you have the father and the mother, you have a home. If they're not corrupt, right. If they're corrupt, it's as if they were gone, and they were just being raised by anybody. See what I'm saying? We all grew up from broken homes, right? So that ain't nothing perfect in our households. Right. We done seen some fights. We done seen some crazy things. Right. We done seen the worst. Seen things that a child should not ever experience or see. Right. See what I'm saying? Really adult too. It can traumatize an adult. Many things that you can name. And the story and the list can go on forever. But the main point is, when you honor thy mother, thy father, understand that this is the first commandment. And this is the one that you have to keep. Every commandment, law, statute, you have to keep. Otherwise, things will spiral out of control in your own life. We understand that your mother and your father treated you like trash. But there is no room, there is no position there's nothing worth, trying to get back at them. See what I'm saying? I know, I remember watching one of the radio shows, and this brother called in, telling Commander YAHANNA how much he hated his mother and his father because of how horrible they treated him as a child. You gotta let that shit go ASAP. You gotta learn how to move past that. You may not like everything that you heard, that was said to you as a child from your parents, but you still gotta honor and love them. You gotta think about the mindset that they're in. They are most likely mentally ill. That's why they did everything that they did to you. That's why they was not there to protect you. See what I'm saying? To help you in your day of trouble. And they gave up on you. Don't be the one to hold that grudge against them. Because that could be very hereditary. Your children can grow up to do what? Resent you. Just like you resent your own family, your own parents. You gotta be careful with that. All right? Get Ecclesiasticus 3 and 8. You want to read out your Bible? Or you want to read it? Okay. What's what? By the way, you can pass that around too. As I go to each scripture, I want each brother to read.
Ecclesiasticus 3 and 8 too?
Yeah, Ecclesiasticus 3 and 8. So honor thy mother and thy father means to not be a sinner. You can't be a homosexual and say that you love your parents. You are causing them dishonor, which is a big thing. Go ahead.
I read an article the other day on the mind. Young man told his father that he was a homosexual. The father told him, I should have pulled out. He was so disappointed. And the look on his face, he was devastated. He said, I should have pulled out. It was kind of funny at first, but then when you looked at it, when you looked at his face, he was serious as hell. Like, I wouldn't wish nobody, kids, to turn up to be a homosexual. That's what they pushing this agenda on us. They always using black people as the face of every agenda that they want to use. There's always some black homosexuals all on TV. And little kids is growing up and watching, they pushing this stuff all in the schools. Right. You see, in the mayor of Chicago is a homosexual. It's a side. See what I'm saying? Aaron, Salaki, you want to give that to him? Yeah, Ecclesiasticus. Yeah. So with that being said, if you are a homosexual, if you are a thief, if you are a liar, if you go around gossiping, if you go around causing, dysfunction, you are causing problems in people's lives, and you are, putting stumbling blocks before people, your own people. You are causing dishonor when it comes to your father and your mother. And more than anything, your entire nation. How can you build up a nation when all you bring forth is disappointment in your actions? You can't honor anybody, not even yourself. You have no respect for anybody, nor yourself. How can you do anything great if you can't fix yourself? See what I'm saying? But really, when it comes to Father's Day, understand that Father's Day is vain. No one should ever tell you what day you should love your father. It should be all the goddamn time. There's no stopwatch. There's no stop time on when you should stop and start to love somebody. That's very idiotic. See what I'm saying? You're not a clock. See what I'm saying? There's no timer on it. It's all the time. No matter how much your brother does something wrong against you, what are you supposed to do? What does the Bible say? Forgive them. How many times? 70 times 7. 70 times 70, which means what, ultimately? Forever. You see what I'm saying? Forever. You know what I mean? You may get into a few fights, some arguments. You gotta shake that shit off. See what I'm saying? And you know what's so great about that too? Because the Most High said, if you don't do that, he will remember your sins. And that's deep.
You know what I'm saying? But when you're doing the work of the Lord, they are nowhere to be found.
Right.
If someone here that you killed somebody in the world, and the Most High like, oh, yeah, that never happened. This man right here, talking about this man? No, not this man. You robbed a bank. You got charges against you. No, that's not him. Not this man right here. He's glorious. He's amazing. See what I'm saying? You was out there, being a whoremonger. Not this man. This man has wives, not whores. You got the wrong brother. And that's how it is. Someone call you by your slave name? Nah. You got me mistaken with somebody else.
Right.
This is my name. This is the identity and life that I live under. All right? And really, when it comes to honoring thy mother and thy father, in order for you to honor thy mother and thy father, you must first be right with the Most High. And what that means is that you need to follow him. You need to understand that this is your power. This is the one that created you and that can destroy you. It says, don't fear the one that can just kill you, destroy the body, but you better, fear the one that can destroy the body and the soul.
Right.
And when it says to to destroy the body and the soul, what does that mean? Go ahead.
Not only, he can kill your fleshly body, but when you go meet that judgment, he can kill your soul too. He might not let you come back on this earth to be reborn again. He can just get rid of you.
It doesn't necessarily say that in the scriptures, but I see where you're coming from. I'll give it to you in a second. Go ahead. But I like that answer. Go ahead. That's why I asked.
You bring up what the brother said. Not only you take your flesh, kill you, but he might not have mercy on you when you go meet him.
You said when you what?
When you die,
you come back.
Go for judge. He might not have mercy on you. He might
have you come back.
Come back to somebody
terrible, right?
Terrible. People
right.
To somebody real terrible. He's gonna come to hell again.
Right.
Because when you verse.
I like that. Well, I would say worse. It can't get worse than this. It cannot get worse than this because it's already at its worst.
Or you're doing it again.
There you go. You see what I'm saying? It can happen all over again, which it has. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure many of us been killed by the police, and I've had. I can't say it happens, but I'm sure we went through some hell. But we found this place, right?
Okay.
This is not your first time sitting in those seats. And it's going to keep happening until Christ comes. If we don't get our lives together this time, Lord allow us the next time before Yahushua comes. Or if Yahushua is here, we don't have to go through the hell anymore. So since we are aware of what's going on around us, let's get it right this time. Let's not think of another time. The next time you think about leaving off this earth, just pray to the Most High that, you are in the kingdom once you are born again. You see what I'm saying? Let's finally, get back to what our forefathers was doing back then, which was serving the Most High. That way we ain't got to go through all the agony and trouble to try to fight up against these other nations to grab our people.
Right.
Next time we come around, we will all be joined together. There won't be no such thing as these fake Israelite groups. White supremacy will finally be resting in its grave.
Right.
There will be no more division, no more strife, no more wickedness and sin. There will be us serving the Lord and enjoying ourselves, understanding that we have a black king running things, and that these heathens are underneath our feet. That's the best life ever, man.
Okay.
And that's what our forefathers wanted. That's what they fought for. That's what they died for. And that's what all the prayers and tears was all about. It's no coincidence that then every single book in the Bible says the same thing. Those prayers are just jumping out, all over the place. You go to Revelations, you go to Matthew, you go to Nehemiah, you go to Psalms, Proverbs, Wisdom of Solomon. You go to Genesis, specifically with Abraham. You go to Exodus, Numbers, Judges. All these books, man, That's all about you being on top. Okay? Let me get off that real quick. So keep going on that. Actually, read from the top.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 7. He that feareth the Lord will honor his father.
He that feareth the Lord will honor who?
His father.
That's right. And that goes back to the precept when it talks about loving your brother. How can you say you love the Most High, but you hate your brother? The one that's near to you, which is even deep. The one that you can see all the time, every day. At any given time if you wanted to. But the Most High who you cannot physically see. But you know he's there. See what I'm saying? You know he's there, but he's not physically there. But you catch the vibe with the Lord. Okay? Keep going.
And will do service unto his parents.
Say that one more time.
And will do service unto his parents.
And he would do service unto his parents. What service will he do for his parents? I want Aaron. Yeah, Aaron.
The service he'll do for his parents is what they require of you.
Come. I'll give you a great example. You see what I'm saying? Our parents take care of us, right?
Right.
When we are vulnerable.
Right.
Just children. You see what I'm saying? We are children. We don't know how to wipe our behinds. We don't know how to clothe ourselves, how to bathe ourselves. We don't know how to feed ourselves for a time. As you get older, when you are able to know those things, the parents are teaching you things that you don't know. You know what I mean? Or giving you a hand for your education in life, for your survival in this life called here.
Right.
But when they get old age, when they get sick, when they're on their deathbed, it is your responsibility to take over and give them the same service that they gave you.
Right.
That's what you do. That is your responsibility. Don't forsake your father or your mother for anything. If your father is a crackhead and if he's a crackhead, an alcoholic, whatever the case may be, and he comes and he knocks on your door, let him in. Right. And let him lay on that couch. And you give him a cover. Go on about your business. You see what I'm saying? Honor him. Now, if your father and your mother are complete danger, you are not safe. I mean, he is not safe to be around. You can still honor your mother and your father. Don't be like that. Don't be just like them in them actions, in them sins. You can still honor your mother and your father. Understand that they're going through hell when it comes to the drug game. See what I'm saying? You better love both of them. Okay? So keep going.
And will do service unto his parents as to his masters. Verse 8. Honor thy father and mother.
Honor thy father and mother. Once again, keep going.
In word and deed.
Say what?
In word and deed.
In word and in deed. What does that mean? In word and in deed. Go ahead, Raphael.
It means to speak as you love them and as you honor them, and also to act as you love them and honor them.
Right. Act meaning like more emphasis of the action.
Right.
Make sure that you show it. Go ahead.
Right. I think back on the brother was saying, you don't want to just do what they tell you to do, and you want to. I don't speak loud in the word, basically what I'm saying.
Right, kind of does.
But to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Kind of, and actually, I believe in Exodus it talks about more of that elaborating on when they are sick. See what I'm saying? You help them out. See what I'm saying? That's what you have to do. Keep going on that. In word and in deed. Go ahead.
I emphasize the words as much as the action, because it's like for instance, I done heard plenty of people talk to their father and mothers just in unnecessary and inappropriate ways.
Oh yeah,
And
time.
they
Yeah.
might be helping them at the time, but the way they treat them during that help it ain't right.
Right. It's wrong.
Right.
Of course, and that judgment is going to be on their head. You know, they are going to most likely deal with the same thing when it comes to their children. Their children are going to be as disrespectful, nasty, and resentful towards their own. You see what I'm saying? And they could trickle down. You know, there are people that's ready to fight their fathers and mothers because they wasn't there for them, which is the emotional, you know, dysfunction in brothers and sisters' lives. You know what I mean? Y'all saw the video how Offset just saw his dad after what, 23 years? See what I'm saying? After 23 years, something like that, he finally got a chance to see his father. And they hugged, they worked it out, they cried, they missed each other. That's what it needs to be more of. You know what I mean? Happiness versus, you know, nigga, he was never there for me. You know what I mean? Nigga, my mom took care of me. And a lot of times when stories hit like that, no one's really persecuting the mother when she's evil as hell the whole time, and not even telling the child, you know, or the children. You got a woman out here. A lot of these cores have daddy issues. They have daddy issues. No one told them. No father, no mentor, no male figure told them, you know, their place in life. Because being a whore is not it. Y'all know that story. This came out like 3 years ago, where this father did not see his children for some years. Did not see the children for years, you know, and they're twins. And, you know, he's an older man. He's living on his own. And he orders some hookers. And guess who the hookers are? His daughters. Shameful, right? Shameful. And the story talks about how he broke down and cried because he recognized who his children were. And his daughters came to that location, not knowing that their father lived there, and realized that they were trying to put on a show for the father. The father was disgusted, he was shamed, and he was embarrassed. It was wrong on his part, as far as trying to seek some love from whores, for one, and then realizing his children, his own flesh and blood children, came out to be whores. See what I'm saying? For some change. And you'll be surprised. You think your child's golden? You gotta put them through that test and see who they really are. See what I'm saying? It is very important for a father to be in a child's life. You know what I mean? You got some brothers and sisters, you know, you got some brothers who don't give a damn. You have to fight through all of that. You gotta fight through your mother treating you like garbage. You gotta do something, man. You can honor your mother and your father from a distance. You can be the better person. You don't have to sit there and take it. Don't be the one who's all emotional all the goddamn time about how you didn't have a good childhood, how you can't be a great father. You know, I heard somebody say before, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I really don't give a damn about those kids. Shit. My pops wasn't there for me either. You know what I mean? They'll be all right. I turned out okay. Right. I'm like, God damn, that's horrible. I'm like, how can a person say something like that? And that just shows you what it does to a person. It shows you that they still have childhood issues. See what I'm saying? Let's keep going though. Proverbs 22:6. So I can see some real quick. Actually, Raphael, I want you to read that out.
I'm ready when you want.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go.
Say that one more time.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
You have to train up a child in the way that he should go. Which way should a child go? What does that mean? which way he should go. Go ahead, Jamal.
You raise him up, following God's law, statutes, and commandments. That's the way he should go.
Damn right. See what I'm saying? Because that way is life. Right now in America, the life that you will live in the world, so to speak, is death. Every path that you take that you might think is successful or it's leading you to a great place, it's not. A lot of people think like, okay, there's bad cops out here. But what if I was a cop? I can change things. It's a joke. It's absolutely a joke because they kill black cops. Cops kill other cops. It's just a suit. Go ahead.
So like they just had a video posting on how the black cops was up in there torturing the lady right along with the white cops.
Of course.
Showing out for slave masters. And I'm talking about it looked like it was planned because they were shaking. The nigga was shaking up pepper spray and stuff even before they even brought the lady in there. So it looked like
it was premeditated.
It was premeditated.
Right.
Exactly. They knew what they was about to do already.
Of course.
And it's two niggas.
I've seen that.
Two
I've seen
of
that.
them.
Right. Go ahead.
I mean, you try to put yourself in the mentality of just a person, period, and they like it's just like a gang or peer pressure. You fit in or you X'd out. You know what I'm saying? So they held to the same standard. It's no different because it's a police force or a cop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you consider the whole, like these are some of the most corrupt people on the planet.
Right.
So most of these cops or so-called individuals, they only become that so that they have, like, it's pure evil. They do that so they have some kind of legal way of murdering people or bringing pain to people and feeling justified about it.
Of course.
And it comes from a twisted mentality.
Yeah, and that's the whole point that I'm pretty much getting to. You see what I'm saying? Like, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, piggyback on what he's saying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, now they sit up and make laws, right? They got these laws, right? You don't supposed to drive up the one way, we get a ticket for that, but they should round up the one way. And that's a perfect example right there.
Mm-hmm.
You want to keep another law that you want to say right now.
Right. Right. And that's the whole point. You see what I'm saying? Like when you do not, when you don't serve the Lord, you always gonna find yourself doing some wicked things, man. You want to join the white man's army thinking that you're gonna change something. It's been 400 years, more than 400 years. Well, I'll say that it's been thousands of years. You see what I'm saying? That we have to deal with these people for many, many centuries, man. And they still don't have a change of heart. What's the difference between the white man, in the Bible when it talks about Cain and Abel versus today? What has changed? Nothing has changed. And that's the proof. Every time, how many years has police brutality been famous on camera now versus when there was no cameras?
You would think that they would be more discreet or more careful. They more blatant, if anything.
Of course not. Right. Of course not. That's fake. That's a damn lie. Right. Read that one more time, Noah.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
Train up a child in the way he should go, right?
Yes.
Correct. It's like a tongue twister. You gotta train up a child in the way he should go. See what I'm saying? Fathers that serve the Most High will teach their kids to stay away from, perilous times, the dangerous times, in this world. Will teach them how to be disciplined and militant and focused, watching out for every opportunity that can subdue them. Subdue meaning conquer them. That's why we need fathers to stand up, real men. Because when the real men stand up, not only are they going to take care of the children, but they are going to take care of this nation. See what I'm saying? There are grown-ass men that need a father figure in their life because they are unstable. In many ways, their life is not in a great place right now. That's why somebody needs to be told what to do. Somebody needs some directions. You driving around, you looking through life in the wrong way, the wrong perception, and you find yourself destroyed in every way, and you wonder why you cannot move through life in a successful way. And you just wonder, like, damn, like, what am I doing wrong? Everything. What you need to do right is get your life right with the Most High. It's going to start when you decide to serve the Lord. Otherwise, things is going to be going worse for you. See what I'm saying?
That's right.
If anybody has any animosity, any hostility against their parents, they should all let it go. Because what's going to happen is it's always going to eat you up. You know what I mean? It's going to cause some type of error in your life. Have you ever noticed where somebody's doing just too well, they're doing fine, and all of a sudden they fall off? There's something behind it, always. You may not know right away until you hear about it later. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever asked a drug dealer why they sell drugs besides helping out the children? Have you ever asked a crackhead why he does crack? Have you ever asked a person, have you ever asked the people in jail that killed and beat up child molesters?
Some of them questions that you just asked, I've been in some of them situations, and I have specifically asked, and then, and 9 times out of 10, the conversations that I can remember right now off the top of my head, they always go back to, even some of them was when they was children, some of them when they was adults, but it always go back to the relationship with their parents.
Always goes back to the relationship with the parents, or something that was done to them. Or something that was done to them, whether it be from the parents or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Something that was said. You know what I mean? There are some people that whose lives are destroyed based on the verbal abuse. I'm not just talking about physical abuse, but the verbal abuse. See what I'm saying? And people hate themselves. A homosexual hates himself. If that child really listen and hearken unto what his father and mother said, there's a great chance that child will not be a homosexual. That child will not be a whore, will not be a criminal. Once again, a disappointment to the father and the mother. Back then, you would stone your child if they were a dishonor to you. Right now, we don't have to stone our children because they're being taken away by bullets, by handcuffs. CPS, child support. See what I'm saying? Any evil thing that you can think of. There's always that one person screaming and crying like, why my child? See what I'm saying? Why my son? Why my daughter? You gotta think about what's going on in Israel. Now, this is not a class about deadbeat fathers. It's more about a nation that is a deadbeat, who don't give a damn about the Most High and how serious He is and what it means to serve a power. If you ever wonder why you lived the life that you lived as a child with everything wrong, think about the sins of think about the sins of your parents and of your nation. Think about what you are doing. Why niggas can't survive. Every damn day a nigga is getting killed is what it seems like. It seemed like it was a point where there was a gap. You know what I mean? But then after Trayvon Martin, shit became more frequent. It got to the point where it's normal. Everybody is hashtagging. Here comes some tears. Here comes some flowers, some chocolates. You know what I'm saying? The whole corner is decorated for somebody's death. See what I'm saying? I think I don't know what makes more money, funerals or birthdays these days. You know what I mean? I don't know what's more popular. You know what I'm saying? Jamal.
So,
No sweat. All right. Go ahead and get what I want to get is Tobit 4:12, which is in Apocrypha. All right, I'm gonna try to get that real quick, and then I'm gonna speed through some of these because I know time running. All right, no sweat. No questions, no concerns. Tobit 4:12. Now, Tobit is a great book. I advise everybody to read it. You know, I'm so damn good. I have to go back and read it again. You know, it's like not really read it, but study it. See what I'm saying? We don't read the Bible, we study the Bible. Reading is for Christians. You know, because this is far more than just a novel. It's not a novel. It's far more than that. You know what I mean? This is a survival kit for Israel. All right, and I will explain that. I'm gonna prove to you that this Bible is a survival kit. It has specific instructions. And this is going to give you knowledge and wisdom and understanding. It's going to give you that step further in life. Okay? Go ahead if you got it. You got it? Tobit 4:12. It should be highlighted.
SHALAM. Tobit, chapter 4, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy father.
Stop right there. Now, this is Tobit. Tobit is the father of Tobias. Tobias was sent on a journey by his father with the angel by the name of, I believe it's Raphael. No, Raphael. Raphael was the person that was trading with Tobias for his father, Tobit. Y'all with me so far? Come. And I believe Tobias married Raphael's daughter, who was the one that was killing her 7 husbands after sex. But there was a demon inside of this woman that allowed her to kill these 7 men. It got happened so many times, but the father constantly in the backyard was digging up graves damn near every other night. Digging up graves because he knew once his daughter had sex with these men, they were going to be dead. But that wasn't the case for Tobias. Tobias was on his way doing the work of the Lord. And that angel that was with him, you see what I'm saying, came with Tobias to do some amazing work. You see what I'm saying? And Tobit was trying to write his own obituary. He prayed to the Most High, praying for his own demise. See what I'm saying? Because he became blind. He became blind and he was suffering. He was angry, he was frustrated. But because Tobias wanted to go do the work of the Lord, and the angel that was with him, who disguised himself to be just like one of you guys. Because angels look like us, but there are different types of angels. You know, y'all guys would be considered angels because what does the word angel mean? What does the word angel mean? There are angels in this room, of course. The ones that live in the heavens, in the 4th dimension. There are angels in the heavens, and there are angels on this earth. What does the word angel mean? And I'm going to show you why I pulled the scripture for a reason. Go ahead.
A spiritual being believed to act as an attendant, agent, or messenger of God.
I need that last word, messenger. That's what an angel is. An angel is a messenger. Now, you are the angels on the earth because you guys send out messages. And I'm talking about the prophets. When you go out and prophesy on the streets, when you teach a class, you are a messenger. And there's many scriptures and precepts to back that up, what I just said. Okay? So that's what that is. All right? So if you could grab Tobit 4:12 one more time.
Tobit, chapter 4, Verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of thy seed, SHALAM, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
So this is a conversation between Tobit and Tobias on his way, going to be on his journey to go to a different place to collect some money and collect what is his, which is a wife. You see what I'm saying? And on his journey, he tells them, you know, to Tobit, you know, pretty much gives his son some advice, some counsel. Read that one more time. He says, beware of what?
Verse 12. Beware of all whoredom.
That's what we need to be aware of in the Black community. We need more fathers to say what Tobit said to his son that day. Beware of all whoredom, homosexuality, I didn't want to say bisexuality, but being bisexual. All the damn words that has the word sexual in it. But now they're coming out with new things that do not make no sense.
Right.
You know, the LG, QB, ABC, I don't know what the hell it's called. You see what I'm saying? And I make a joke out of it because I can never keep up with it. Whatever the hell that is, which is whoredom. See what I'm saying? Anything that is unseemly or unusual, be aware of it. Although that you are aware of it, don't be a part of it. Is the point that he's going to make. Keep going.
And take not a strange woman to wife.
Actually, before that, because it says something chiefly.
Chiefly take a wife of thy seed of thy fathers.
Take chiefly the wife of thy seed of thy fathers. That's very heavy. That kills interracial marriages and dating. And you can also add a little bit of equality in there as well. That kills all of that. You want to take somebody that is of your tribe, of your nation, who is kin to you. People always say that, we should all love each other. You can't help who you love. You sound like a child molester. That's what pedophiles say.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I can't help who I love. No, I damn sure can help who I love. I love these people and not these people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I love my nation more than I love anybody else. And I don't have no respect or love for another nation. But who I do is my nation. I can only focus on one people because the Lord only focused on us. So I'll keep that same energy. That's what I would do. I'm going to do what my father did. However my father wants my life to be, is how it's going to be. Now I'm speaking about the Most High. See what I'm saying? In the scriptures, he told me how to deal with my earthly father and mother. He told me how to live my life. So I would do just that. You wanna know why? Because I honor my father and my mother.
Right.
That's what I do. All right? You good? You can keep going.
And take not a strange woman to wife.
One more time.
And take not a strange woman to wife.
It's not talking about strange, like, she acting funny. You see what I'm saying? I mean, anybody can act funny.
Right.
You know what I mean? Get the shaking, probably got Tourette's or something. You know what I mean? She don't like what you like. That's not a strange woman. A strange woman is someone that is a stranger of your land. See what I'm saying? Someone that is not a part of your nation.
A heathen.
A heathen. There you go. I forgot. The water for remind me. A heathen. See what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like you. What's the correlation between a mice and who else? You know what I'm trying to say? Go ahead.
You got the mice, you got the rat.
Mice and that's not good enough. I'm thinking about, like how cat and dogs, kind of go together.
Okay,
You get how they enemies type shit.
Cat and mouse.
Cat and
Oh,
mouse.
there you go, cat and mouse. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're the cats. You see what I'm saying? You can't be hanging around with mice. That's like some Tom and Jerry behavior. You see what I'm saying? Like, it should be, y'all should not be hanging around with each other.
Right.
Cats and mice do not get along. I've never seen a pet mice and a pet cat before? I've never seen it. You see what I'm saying? No, a mice is what, a rodent? Yeah, rodent. You see what I'm saying? But people treat them as pets. You see what I'm saying? I gotta go watch, I gotta go walk my, my cockroach. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's crazy. But, all that being said is that a stranger is someone that is not of your own. See what I'm saying? If you are a brother and you lust after a white woman, that is a stranger. That is an unclean thing. And it's so funny because I find the Most High hilarious with certain scriptures. One being when he calls the white people unclean, the unclean people. I'm like, God damn, I think of unseasoned. You see what I'm saying? I call them, don't get me started. I call white people unclean, uncooked chicken. You know what I mean? That's what they remind me of. They are unseasoned in every way. See what I'm saying? They ain't got no flavor. And they are strange and they are strangers. And it says in the Bible that they are a strange for the eat, a strange people, which is very true. I don't know Becky over there. I don't know John and Jonathan. I don't know Sally Mae. I don't know who they is. You see what I'm saying? Them Ishmaelites, I don't know Omar, Muhammad, Abdul. I don't know them. Who else am I missing? I need more names for the East Indians. You see what I'm saying? I don't know the God of Shiva. I'll start right there with the weed. The weed and dreadlocks and the uncleanliness for 7 years, I don't know that. Don't get me on the Chinaman. The Chinaman, I don't know them. I don't know their forefathers. I don't know their foremothers. I don't know them. But who I do know is Israel. I know Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that's what Toby is going to say. Go ahead.
Which is not of thy father's tribe.
Which is not of what?
Thy father's tribe.
Which is not of thy father's tribe. That's deep. Keep going.
For we are the children of the prophets.
Say that one more time, louder.
For we are the children of the prophets.
We are the children of the prophets. And who are those prophets? Keep going.
Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And it's so funny how it has the word, how it puts Noah in there. That should be no surprise why it has Noah's name in there. You see what I'm saying? A great man who the Lord loved. Only 8 people survived in this earth. Imagine that. Imagine only 8 people surviving, man. You see what I'm saying? Noah was a great father to the children, to his children. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are great fathers with a great name, a great reputation. And as we fix our lives, we are going to continue to fix our name. Because our name is trash right now on this earth. How do we know? Because we are despised and hated and treated like garbage. Our fathers are laughed at. They say that we don't take care of our children. The white man makes it a burden to take care of your children with child support. Even when you take care of the child, they still put you on child support in the same household. That lets you know that it's not about the fathers being deadbeats. It's about the white man being a devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
That's what that's about. You see what I'm saying? You better watch out for these mothers, man. These mothers who are monsters, who are absolute bitches, who don't give a damn about the child themselves or the father, because they have been oppressed by this white man. Is there more on that?
Come.
Keep going on that, and then let's jump to Isaiah. Go ahead.
Remember, my son.
Remember, my son. Why is Tobit telling Tobias to remember? Not only is this for Tobias, this is for us as well. He said to remember. Okay, why would you tell somebody to remember something? Hey, I can remember that the Passover is in 2 days. It's next week, it's next year, on this day. Go ahead.
Because you don't want them to forget about it.
Not only, I mean, it's not much that you don't want to forget about it. You just might forget. It's both ways. Go ahead.
So like an man can cause trouble for you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Forget, so you may remember, son.
Right. That's why we always say, don't forget what you already know. When you taught something, make sure that you don't forget it. That's me saying, make sure you don't forget it. It's me saying, remember it. For example, you got to study to show thyself approved. If you come up, against someone trying to battle you, you gotta know what the hell to say. You see what I'm saying? Don't be the one to get cut.
Right.
The point of studying is not to get cut and to edify your nation. You got to give them that education.
Right.
See what I'm saying? If you ain't so clear about something, understand that if somebody comes up against you, and they tell you that the scripture means this, it means that, deny it because they're wrong. Always deny what they say because you know more than them. You see what I'm saying? You deny what they say because they are off like hell. See what I'm saying? Another thing I like to do a lot, I like to study and I like to go to a brother. I like to play battle with brothers, just to keep ourselves strong. You know what I mean? I remember me and YAHANNA used to do that all the time. Me and Kunai used to do that all the time. We'll be like, what's the breakdown to showing that the white man is the devil? Or who is the white man? And they'll be like, oh, Genesis, Romans, Psalms, you just go everywhere. See what I'm saying? You go all over the place in the Bible, like you just know it. You just know it. You show me, what is the proof that God does not love everybody? That's easy. Are you serious? Oh, man, I don't need a Bible. I'll tell you what the Bible says. Talk about how it's holidays are sin. Every holiday that you teach on got the same common scriptures. Sometimes you can, go to other precepts, depending on what you're bringing about that holiday. Okay? So go ahead and is that it on that?
No.
Go ahead. Read that real fast, huh?
That our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred.
That's proof that there was no such thing as interracial marriages, meaning it wasn't allowed back then. Although it happened, understand that these men got punished. You see what I'm saying? These men got in trouble. The Lord came to them. You see what I'm saying? The greatest man that you could think of fell. King Solomon had heathen wives. I believe Moses had one too. Yeah, Moses had one. Who was it again?
Moses married an African.
Moses married an African. Abraham had a heathen wife.
He married an African too.
Samson.
Samson got killed for African.
Pretty much. Yeah. Right. Hey, say it from Africans, man. You see what I'm saying? Ahab had an African. Jezebel. In his 13 years of reigning, she was killing the prophets. And Obadiah had to hide them. I believe Obadiah or Elijah. One of the two. Go ahead.
Like Jezebel was African?
Jezebel was African.
I didn't know that.
And she got eaten by the dogs.
No, she was cruel.
Damn right. You see what I'm saying? Her ass got thrown out the window. No sign of Christ.
Right.
And that Jezebel spirit is what is on women today in America. See what I'm saying? That's why they're so evil and so disgusting against their children and towards their own men. Oh, actually, I need that. Isaiah 3:12 is a precept to what I'm saying. But the real precept is in Deuteronomy, which I can give you that later. That's kind of towards more the abortion topic. The one in Deuteronomy, we talk about the woman will be evil to her children. Her eye will be evil to her children and her husband. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12.
That's right.
As for my people.
As for who?
As for my people.
It didn't say all people. Who the hell is Isaiah talking about? It says, for as my people. This is the Lord speaking through Isaiah. Go ahead.
As for my people.
So not Aaron.
So like he's talking about Israel.
He's talking about Israel. There you go. Go ahead.
As for my people,
You want to read a little louder.
as for my people,
That's right.
children are their oppressors.
What does that mean? Children are their oppressors. Aaron.
And so children are their oppressors.
Mm-hmm. 1 second.
Do it mean,
The time is 8:45. The
Uh-huh.
Minneapolis library is closing in 15 minutes.
Time. So children are their oppressors. As for my
I'm
people.
gonna pass up on.
That's what Jamal.
Basically saying like children is causing havoc over us, you know.
Right.
They out here giving us hell, basically.
Right, how?
Shit like they doing today, you know, get robbed and killed by a little 14-year-old with a gun. While they're snatching purses, you know what I'm saying, beating up old men, you know what I mean? That's what they do today.
Now on the topic of Father's Day, give me a correlation of that.
They ain't got no father in the home. That's why they running wild.
Running wild. Something else. I like that. Raphael.
We are condemned by our children.
Meaning?
So like the next line says, and women rule over them. So like
Yeah,
perfect example would be the child support.
Child
It's a tool
support.
that they use to suppress us or oppress us.
Right.
So you know, basically they use our children against us.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Come. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, some of what he was saying.
Come. On time of Christ. So read that one more time and let's move on to the next one.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
As for my people, children are their oppressors. You know, our children oppress us. And it's hell. It's bad enough we're already going through hell from the white man. But here comes your woman.
Right.
Or your baby mom. And here comes your children who's on the same, trip that your woman or your baby mom is on that wicked shit. See what I'm saying? They want to blame you for every goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm.
They don't love or respect you. They hate you because you was not there.
Right.
They blame you for their mishaps,
Right.
not knowing the full story.
Right.
I just saw a brother on Facebook who was in the truth, man, a great brother, man. I love this brother to death, man. This brother tells me that all his life, someone has told him stories about his father. And his father just passed recently. And he found out the truth about his father. But he was able to spend a little bit of time before he died. And that just shows that don't listen to what the family tells you.
Right.
That's a damn lie. Find out for yourself. Go ahead.
So like this, to add on what you was just saying, like a lot of these evil women, they tell you lies about your father.
The family, yeah, family's on board too.
The mother side of the family hated your father from the beginning. She hated your father. So they tell you all type of evil lies and deceitful stuff to get you to hate your father. And then when you do, you know what I'm saying, want to get to know your father, evil ass woman tell you, I'm your mama, I don't want to birth you into this world, you don't listen to what I tell you to do. Just evil, it's just a whole bunch of evilness that
Right.
out.
And it's a very homosexual statement. In that case, I guess your mother and your father it's a he, she. A transsexual. Go ahead.
I just wanted to piggyback off of what Jamal was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I've also experienced like the kids taking on the manipulation of the mother as well, to the point like I have a good relationship with my sons, and we talk. You know how to get what you want out of me, but you fall under this misunderstanding coming from the mom where you think you gotta lie or deceive me to get what you want because you follow her lead, you know. And I've been in that situation where I done picked up on that, and I had to tell him like, look, that's not how you get what you want out of me. You know what I'm saying? We have a conversation. You tell me what you want, you tell me what you need, and then I decide if it's appropriate at this time and at this place. Right. You don't tell me the story that your mama told you to tell me to try to get, we need this right now, Dad. You know, like, no, that's not, you know, and you're going to lose my respect if you continue to treat me that way.
Right.
So
Right. And I'll give y'all a story. You know, my family don't really mess with my pops like that because he's been out and out of jail since the age of 14. So before a nigga was even born. You know what I mean? But me and my dad got a great relationship. You see what I'm saying? You know, and some people in the family can't really understand that. They go based off of what, you know, my mother at the time when she was alive will always tell. And I used to shun everybody else, like, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this man grew up in the area of when Ronald Reagan decided to flood the community with drugs.
Right.
Now, I don't blame my father for being on drugs, right? As far as, you know, how you know, that came about. But, you know, what I do encourage anybody that's on drugs, fight that shit. I hold you accountable for that. It's like, goddamn. I hold you accountable for that. See what I'm saying? You're not fighting. Because, I mean, some people are born with drugs in their system.
Right.
I know this one brother that came to class specifically and talked about how his father was shooting him up with drugs. As a child, I've never heard that. I'm like, what? You know, and I haven't seen this brother in a long time, but I remember just hearing that story like, damn, like, I can only imagine how you feel right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, you had your parents just, you know, treating you all types of wrong. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that brother, you know, he said that, you know, he's still fighting that. He's fighting the fact that even happened to him as a child. He said his parents was high, so they try to get him high. Ultimately could have killed this child. And this man is now in his middle 20s, fighting drug addiction. You see what I'm saying? People that are prone to drugs. Imagine that fight. Imagine that. But this world is evil and people will try to tell you this, that, and the third. But it's up to you what you want to do. I know that the Most High, like for example, the Most High forgave us, right? Us being the children. Why can't the children forgive the parents?
Right.
Why can't we make something great out of this worst, you know, bad situation? Go ahead.
Like, you know, I know what you said was so powerful because, you know, I grew up, you know what I'm saying, with like animosity towards my parents, you know, because like I always been a little conscious, you know what I'm saying. I just guess the Lord, you know what I'm saying, been with me even though I wasn't raised.
Yeah, you got some dumb children, then you got some smart children. So I'm guessing you was one of those smart ones, in a sense.
In a sense, right?
In a sense.
So like I grew up, you know what I'm saying. I knew my parents was on drugs, you know what I'm saying. At earlier age, I grew up in the project, so everybody was on drugs.
Everybody's on drugs,
you know?
Right.
And then once you get a little older, you realize, damn, I ain't got this, I ain't got that.
Yeah.
That's because my parents is some goddamn drug addicts, basically.
Right. All the money, all the things that you want.
All the things that I wanted and needed went to drugs,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So that little animosity be up in your spirit a little bit. And then once I put it like, once I got to an age where, you know, even though I wasn't doing the right thing to get money, I had to let that go.
You always do.
Even because at the end of the day, you still love your parents, you know, even though they didn't do the right thing or didn't know the right way to live, you know, because their parents was doing the same thing.
Yeah, and that's what someone has to realize. Like although you might see a parent as selfish, the children have to understand something that, you know, you ain't no different if you treat. You ain't no different if you know, give your children the same attention. I mean, like, really, when I say the attention, meaning like you don't show them no love. How you felt like you wasn't showing no love here, you spread it everywhere else because you're harboring feelings. You gotta let that shit go. And that same thing that comes for a brother or a sister. You gotta let that shit go. That thing that was done to you, you have to fight that. That's why, you know, we say life is about war, nothing else. War is not. It's a spiritual battle. It's not the physical. That's easy. But fighting your flesh is not always easy. How do we know? Here comes the drugs. Here comes you being in jail. Here comes the emotions. Here comes every air inside of a man.
Pressure.
There you go. When you think about, like, one second. When you think about homosexuality, think about that. Think about the whoredom. I mean, when you see it, remind yourself where that person's whole backstory comes from. Think about what could have triggered that person to become this way.
Right.
They're missing something. Every time you see somebody in a predicament that they are in, they're missing something. I mean, first things first, it's the law, statute, commandments.
Right.
With the law, statute, commandments, it can be used in many different ways. When you have a father and a mother that serves God, man, your life is glorious. Your life is glorious. But if that child does not keep, the same traditions and culture and does not serve the God that you serve, which is a righteous God, then that child is messing up. Satan has got hold of him and her. You see what I'm saying? It's better that you raise your children before the white man does.
Right.
You got television training up your children, great. This television is doing a great job of destroying your children. Go ahead.
That is what's raising the kids these days.
In the streets.
In the streets, in TV.
There you
because
go.
the parents ain't really teaching them nothing. They say schooling starts at home. Well, the thing that's teaching your children at home is the TV.
Right. Go ahead.
And the TV is secondhand now, man. It's these phones and this internet. Like you literally have to. Like I realize, like we literally have to take a time out from telephones and social media because my kids is watching so much YouTube, and it's
always
and it's you know what I'm saying? It's one video leads to a million other videos. You know what I'm saying? Well, it can start off as an innocent video, and it's gonna lead them to cursing, to sexuality, to you know what I'm saying? It's terrible, man. It's terrible. And it's a hard influence. It's such a strong influence. It's hard to overcome that. When you got 4 kids in the house, everybody got a phone. Everybody got a tablet or a computer. Then you got, the TV hooks up to the internet. You know what I'm saying? And then they go to school and they're surrounded by all their friends. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to overcome.
You see what I'm saying? Imagine the U.K. children that's told at a young age, don't do this, don't do that. Don't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And the whole school is upside down over this one child not serving America in any way, fashion, or form. And generals talk about it all the time, especially General YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? He talks about it all the goddamn time. I remember graduating high school and just not standing up for that shit. I sat my ass down. People look at me like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, I'm just taking a seat. How about you? Nigga, get up. No, I'm good. I'm too hot. You know what I mean? I was in the troop body and I was 12th grade. I came in 11th grade. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Damn America. And damn your God.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? I serve a power greater than this power that you serve in this goddamn auditorium. I'm too out. All right. So one more scripture. Isaiah 5:13 real quick. Let's get that real quick, and then let's get out of here. So a lot of people not saying the prayers real fast. All right. I want to get through all of them. Aaron, get Isaiah 5:13 real quick.
Come.
All right.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore my people are gone into captivity.
Say it one more time.
Therefore my people are gone into captivity. Because they have no knowledge.
They have what?
No knowledge.
They have no knowledge. Keep going.
And their honorable men are famished.
What does the word famished mean real quick? What do you think famished means?
Drained, empty.
Huh?
Drained or empty.
Come on, keep going. Fast. Yep, come on, go.
And their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst.
Is that it?
Gone.
No sweat. What that means ultimately is that our leaders, the ones that's supposed to be leading the nation, the one that's supposed to be fathers and mentors, big brothers, they are all famished. They are drained. They are all weary. They have no substance. They don't have the law, statutes, and commandments. They don't have the right direction. Their vision is unfocused. Their path is scattered. That's why, the light turned on. Would that be? You see what I'm saying? With that, understand that Father's Day is a wicked ass holiday that we should always serve the Lord every day, all day. And we should respect our fathers and mothers. All right? That being said, that's it. Shalom. All right? Clap it up.
Good class.